Well, now we take a look at the Euro Leagues and especially focus on the Premier League. And we've got publisher Tashmak London joining us live via Skype, of course, from London. Hello, Shoggy. Okay, Shoggy. Well, Everton making that trip to Old Trafford to take on Manchester United. Mourinho has called for a warm welcome for Wayne Rooney. Now, how will this play out for Rooney, both emotionally and in terms of the game proper, especially with his recent impressive form?
Well, Rooney is someone that, is a professional. He's been playing football, even in the junior days before he broke out, at Everton when he was 15 and scored that wonder goal against Arsenal. And, he's captained his country for many years. So he's quite, a professional that knows how to handle. He will just go about, trying to do his business. Everything as a whole are not playing very, very well. So I know, obviously, we press will want to big it up, like, that Rooney is going back to Old Trafford. And let's not forget that, even Lukaku as well is kind of, going back to Everton, if I can put it that way. But Rooney will just do what he needs to do if he has any chances. It will be interesting to see if he's going to celebrate because when he left Everton and came to Man United and then he scored against Everton, he did celebrate. Most players will not normally. You saw Kante; he wouldn't want to celebrate against Leicester, so that would be interesting to see. But I don't think Rooney will be affected by him going back to Old Trafford at all.
Okay, United now still unbeaten, but with dropped points at Stoke. Will they still be top at the end of the weekend fixtures?
I think so because for me personally, before the season started, I expected much more from Everton. Obviously, they started the Europa campaign a little bit earlier because they had to qualify through the stages. But just with the signings, I know they lost Lukaku, but with the signings that they made, I just thought that they would be a little bit better. But they kind of like the whipping boys, and I don't see how they will even get a point at Old Trafford with the form that Man United have right now.
Okay, the highlight fixture, it comes at Stamford Bridge, where champions Chelsea host Arsenal. Arsenal have not won at Stamford Bridge since 2011. Will that change on Sunday?
Yeah, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. I know a lot of the players have a lot to prove. A lot of the Arsenal players have a lot to prove. Although, I just as you said, Arsenal, they've only took 9 points in 10 games against even the other top side. So for whatever reason, Arsenal don't tend to do very, very great against the top six. But I just feel like, with the criticism coming from, players like Ian Wright, ex-players like Ian Wright and Thierry Henry, although they are pundits, so they have to say it as it is, I feel that the players really want to prove whatever they want to prove. They really want to prove. And if we remember, last season as well, although that was, at the Gunners, Chelsea didn't do too well before we now swapped over to the back three. So it'll be quite interesting. Arsenal played, the Europa League, against Cologne, and Chelsea also played the Champions League. So how will the players recover, even though it's a Sunday game? But I still think that, at least it might be a draw. But if Chelsea play that, the counter-attacking, style that they play, not forgetting that, they're going to, most likely going to get Cahill back, and Hazard as well is fully fit. It will be quite an interesting one. Chelsea might just nick it if they play that kind of style of football, but I feel like the Arsenal players really want to prove something against Chelsea in that game.
And talking about players who have a lot to prove, that'll be Liverpool. They'll be looking to rebound from that heavy loss at City. Now they will be welcoming Burnley without money. How does this go for club side?
It's a quite good one. I'm sure a lot of people saw the Champions League game, against Sevilla, and everyone's just complaining about the defense of Liverpool. Obviously, that's why they wanted to get a Van from Southampton to just tighten up that back four, back three, whatever they're going to play. And they have the issues with the keeper. So, at times they play Klaus and at times they play Minolet. So, you need that understanding between your keeper, and the defense line. But Liverpool has started strongly. Obviously, they lost money against Man City, and that was, that didn't help, and they lost that heavy defeat. But I feel like Liverpool are going to kind of come back, maybe just nick those 3 points. But it will be quite interesting to see will Coutinho start, how will it go? That would disturb the top three. Obviously, Mane is not going to play. They try to see if they can just, reduce the number of games that he's going to miss, but that didn't work. So, but I still feel like, Liverpool will just not notch those 3 points.
And City at Watford, a surprising great start of the season for the Hornets. But what chance do they have against Guardiola's high-flying side?
I feel that that's going to be a tougher game than people might think. I have a high esteem, you know, for Silva, you know, the coach. When he first came to the Premiership last year with Hull, I was one of the critics, like, you know, this guy is just coming from the Greek league. What does he know about the Premiership? But he's proved everyone wrong. He has that technical ability to just read games and get the players, motivate the players, you know, to do very well. And you can see that Watford started well, not just because it's Watford, but because of the manager. So I feel that'll be a tough one for Man City. Even though Man City, they're firing all cylinders, but they're still, you know, that question mark at the back, not forgetting that, you know, they will still lose a company who's out injured. So that will be a tough one. I feel that they will have a lot of possession, as always, but how will it be? I think that will be a tough one. That might be a draw. I might be wrong, but that's what I feel.
Okay, thank you very much, Shoggy Tosh, and I know you'll be enjoying that London derby. Yeah, we'll leave it there.
Pleasure. Yeah, I will. Thank you.